Super Bowl LX, the pinnacle of the NFL season, is set to take place on Sunday, February 8th, 2026, as the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots meet in a highly anticipated championship showdown. The game will be played at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, with kickoff scheduled for 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, drawing millions of viewers from around the world. This matchup marks a rare and historic rematch between two franchises with deep postseason legacies. Seattle arrives with a reputation for speed, defensive intensity, and explosive offensive weapons capable of changing the game in seconds. New England, meanwhile, enters the Super Bowl following a season defined by discipline, resilience, and strong coaching, proving once again their ability to peak at the right moment. Analysts remain divided on the outcome. Some point to the Seahawks' athleticism and aggressive style as the deciding factor, while others believe the Patriots' experience in high-pressure situations could tilt the balance in their favor. Both teams have navigated challenging playoff paths, overcoming elite opponents to earn their place on football's biggest stage. Beyond the action on the field, Super Bowl LX is expected to be a global spectacle. From the nationally televised pregame coverage to the highly anticipated halftime performance, the event blends sport, entertainment, and culture into a single night watched across continents. As the final whistle approaches, only one team will lift the Lombardi Trophy, cementing its legacy and closing another unforgettable chapter in NFL history. The Boston Celtics are set to face the New York Knicks in a crucial Eastern Conference matchup as the NBA regular season moves closer to its final phase. The game will take place at TD Garden, where Boston looks to capitalize on home court advantage against a Knicks team fighting to strengthen its playoff positioning. New York enters the contest dealing with several injury concerns that could influence rotations and late-game decisions. One of the team's key defensive pieces remains sidelined, forcing the Knicks to adjust their perimeter coverage and overall defensive balance. At the same time, the expected return of a core frontcourt player provides some relief, giving New York added size, rebounding, and scoring in the paint. The availability of multiple role players will be closely monitored, as depth and stamina could play a major role in sustaining competitiveness against the high-tempo Boston lineup. For the Celtics, consistency and depth continue to define their season. Even while managing injuries to key stars, Boston has maintained one of the league's strongest records through disciplined defense, efficient ball movement, and reliable perimeter shooting. Several players have stepped into expanded roles, contributing steady scoring and defensive pressure that allow the Celtics to control pace and spacing. Entering this matchup, Boston appears relatively healthy and confident, particularly when playing in front of its home crowd. Boston thrives on ball circulation and three-point efficiency, while New York prefers physical play, aggressive rebounding, and attacking mismatches inside. With the season series still competitive, this matchup carries the feel of a potential playoff preview where execution, health, and late-game composure may ultimately decide the outcome. As tip-off approaches, anticipation is high for a tightly contested battle with meaningful implications for Eastern Conference standings and momentum heading into the final stretch of the season. Spotify shares have faced heightened volatility as investor attention sharpens ahead of the company's upcoming earnings report. Alongside shifting expectations from analysts, several major Wall Street firms have revised their price targets on the streaming leader's stock, reflecting optimism about long-term growth mixed with caution over near-term pressures. Most notably, one prominent investment bank cut its 12-month price target on Spotify to $720, pointing to foreign exchange headwinds as a drag on revenue projections. This move reduced earlier expectations while still implying upside from current trading levels. The revision suggests that while confidence in Spotify's long-term expansion remains, Macroeconomic uncertainty and currency movements continue to cloud the short-term outlook. Market participants have also reacted to unusual activity during extended trading sessions. Large after-hours block trades involving hundreds of thousands of shares have added downward pressure to the stock and weighed on sentiment, reinforcing a short-term bearish bias among some investors. As the earnings release draws closer, attention is centered on key indicators. Investors will be watching subscriber growth, user engagement, and advertising revenue for confirmation that Spotify's strategy is gaining traction. The company has outlined ambitions to expand beyond music streaming into audiobooks, podcasts, and other digital audio formats, and analysts are eager to see measurable progress. Despite mixed signals, many analysts continue to hold favorable views on the stock, citing Spotify's global scale and capacity for innovation. Recent target cuts and after hours selling highlight the stock's sensitivity to guidance, currency trends, and near term earnings performance. With results days away, Spotify's shares remain in focus as investors weigh risks against growth potential. The Pittsburgh Pirates have taken a clear step toward strengthening their offense by agreeing to a one-year, $12 million deal with veteran slugger Marcell Ozuna. The signing represents a calculated move by the organization as it looks to inject proven power into its lineup while maintaining financial and roster flexibility ahead of the new season. Ozuna arrives in Pittsburgh with a reputation as an established middle-of-the-order presence, capable of driving in runs and altering games with his power. His ability to generate extra base hits and apply pressure on opposing pitchers is expected to complement the Pirates' younger hitters, giving the lineup more balance and protection. For a team that has often struggled to produce consistent offense, Ozuna's bat offers immediate upside and experience. The one-year structure of the deal reflects a low-risk, high-reward approach for Pittsburgh. It allows the club to evaluate Ozuna's performance without committing long-term, while also giving the veteran an opportunity to reassert his value on the open market. If he performs as expected, Ozuna could become a key contributor in the heart of the order and a stabilizing force during critical stretches of the season. Beyond the numbers, Ozuna's presence adds leadership to a roster still in transition. His familiarity with playoff races, pressure situations, and the daily grind of a major league season is viewed as a benefit. In the clubhouse, younger players can draw from his experience as the Pirates aim to establish a more competitive identity within the division. As spring training approaches, attention will shift to how Ozuna fits into the team's offensive plans and where he settles in the batting order. Coaches will evaluate his approach, timing, and chemistry with teammates as the Pirates prepare for a season defined by opportunity, development, and renewed expectations.